I'm Zack Boothe, and I am so confident in what I teach my students that I've flown from Utah to Florida so I don't have my normal connections. I'm going to take $1,000 and turn it into $40,000 in 40 days, doing exactly what I teach my students. I'm going to have a film crew follow me around, and I'm going to show you guys and give you an over-the-shoulder look at exactly what it takes to get started from scratch in real estate investing with just $1,000 and make a ton of money in just a short amount of time. I hope you guys enjoy this journey and follow along. I had some breakfast. It's late. It's already like 10:50. So I'm going to cold call. I've got an appointment at 2 o'clock. I'm going to update. I bought a little whiteboard here. Check this out. I bought a little whiteboard to create a little deal board. I love having a deal board to help remind me where
you've reached Jack Channel of River Hills Realty.
Where I'm at and what properties I have under contract and everything else. So I have my real estate agent doing comps for me on the third property we put under contract, the double wide.
Your call has been
Because
forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I honestly have no idea what it's worth. It's not fixed up.
The voicemail box of...
But I don't know how bad the condition is. And I don't know how much more a double wide is worth versus a single wide in that same area. I couldn't find anything on Zillow, so I'm asking my agent to help me. But today's going to be a lot of cold calling and just that one appointment unless I get another one scheduled. But Monday's going to get crazy busy. We've got one appointment scheduled, and I have an extremely busy day for coaching and all those other things. And also, I apologize for the background noise. It's Sunday, we're doing laundry, we're doing what we can here. So anyways, it's gonna be a good day. I'm excited to hopefully get 2 more contracts, so stay tuned, we'll get it done. You do want to sell it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would love to take a look at it. I haven't seen the inside. I'd like to meet you and see if we can agree on a price.
Not today. It has to be in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? Gotcha. What kind of condition is the property in? Is it in good shape?
To me it is.
To you it is? Gotcha. Well, why would you like to sell it?
I'm retired and I'm going back home.
Where's back home?
Out in Mexico.
Going to Mexico. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Should I call you in 2 weeks then and see if we can meet up and see if I could buy the house?
But it has to be on Saturday. Come on over on Saturday. That's when Saturday at 4 o'clock.
Saturday the 30th at 4 o'clock. I'll be there.
Right. I'll be looking to see you there.
Okay, my friend. Thank you. I'll see you then.
All right.
So, I didn't get a lot of details when I talked on the phone there because there was a little bit of a language barrier. I wanted to know the why. I would rather go in person so I can smile and shake his hand and like be present. It's way easier if there's a little bit of a language barrier. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's a good deal. We'll find out. Hey, in regards to this lead that I have for 2 weeks from now, just thought of this. I didn't even ask him about the price. You might have noticed that. Maybe you didn't notice that. But a lot of the times it's not so much about the price. The price you hash out after you build a relationship and understand the situation and what he's trying to do and find out if I can help him by being an investor in the situation. If his desire is to work with an investor versus like the traditional route, like that's what I need to establish first. Then I build a relationship, then we hash out price. That's a sequence. And so I want to go meet with him to find out if I'm a fit or not. Normally I do that over the phone, but I'm going to go do that in person because of the language barrier. I just want that to be clear. Price is not even that important. The situation and the why is way more important than the price. The price can be figured out, right?
That's me, Willa Court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just Willa Court. Sorry. Yeah, a little out of the blue. I was just wondering if you thought of selling or if you'd consider an offer on it.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know anybody or maybe have another property that would like to sell their house for a cash offer?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, thanks for taking my call. Have a good day. When I cold call people, my script is I ask to find the owner of the address. As I'm sure you've heard, if they're not the owner of the address, I ask, well, you don't happen to know the person that's associated with the address. And sometimes a family member or something, right? But I'm pulling a bunch of different phone numbers, so a lot of the times it is a bad number because the first 2 or 3 numbers that you get from batchskiptracing.com using my discount code DFD for driving for dollars, your top numbers are going to be the most accurate. Your lower numbers are going to be less accurate, but you might get a family member or something that would turn you on to the deal. So we have an appointment for Monday where I was towards the bottom end of those phone numbers, and I said, I'm trying to find the owner of XYZ address. He was the son of the person that was listed as the owner because the property never got passed through probate, right? Hasn't been passed, the title hasn't been passed to the children yet. So it's still owned under the deceased person's name, and I was able to get a hold of the right person because if I tried to call the numbers that were associated with the deceased person, they're no longer working, right? So it's good to have some of those lower end numbers because you might end up with a deal because you have that one phone number, right? There's so much opportunity out there, and there's some luck that goes into this. There's some hustle that goes into this, but you're not going to have luck. You're not going to have success. You're not going to get blessed by God if you're not rolling up your sleeves and going to work. Okay, so I just wanted to give you like some actionable steps there, but that's how I'm doing this. I mean, everything's come from. I've been doing this for 5 days. I booked 7 appointments now total, and I don't know, 2 or 3 of those appointments were not very good, but I've booked some solid appointments quickly from doing this strategy. What's up, everybody? So just trying to get organized. We're headed out to an appointment right now, and cameraman's like, ooh, too loud, Zach, too much energy. So here we go. We've got our deal board. I went and bought this last night after I got the contract. So we've got 3 contracts. So name, address, inspection, close date, contract, potential profits, actual profits, and any notes of things that I need to work on and where we're at with the deals. Obviously, I have it on my computer and all that stuff, but I like having a visual. I like being able to see it because when you get busy, when you're doing your marketing and you're cold calling and you're dealing with title and you're dealing with litigation and attorneys and deadlines with contracts and inspection periods and all that stuff, it's really nice to be able to see it all, right? Because at least for me, the anxiety and stress builds up when I have all these things, and if I can see it and put it down on paper, put it down on a whiteboard, I feel a lot more at peace. So this one right here, I don't know what my potential profits are. I'm going to figure that out probably just in the inspection this week. I put it under contract at 65. It's a double wide. It's not remodeled though. These 2 I put under contract for 60 grand. I'm probably actually going to close on them and list them instead of selling the contract because they're fully renovated, retail ready. So I'm not really sure. I'm not 100%, but that's what I'm thinking will probably be the best strategy to make the most money. They would probably make amazing rentals, but I'm not trying to show you how to get rentals. You could get rentals on these easy, right? They rent for a lot. Anyways, they could rent for like $1,000 each, and I'm getting them for $60,000, which is crazy. So anyways, I'm going to make probably $41,000 and $41,000 and change off of both of those. And then I also put my weekly tasks. I mean, I've got a Google Calendar with all of the stuff I'll be doing and at what times, of course. But I put the big things. Like I need to get a hard money lender. I need to get a lender. Because I want you guys to realize, like, you can go out and get a loan and close on a property and sell it immediately. I want to show you how to do that. So I got to get that done. I got to work with the title company and get these contracts to the title company. I called them yesterday, Saturday. They never got back to me, so I'm going to have to do that Monday first thing. I got to go on the inspection with my real estate agent, and then I want to put together the numbers of exactly how many addresses I've added, how many phone numbers I've dialed, how much money I've spent. I'm pretty sure it's under $500 is what I've spent. I honestly think it's actually less than $300 in actual marketing costs to where I'm at right now. So, but I want to break that all down for you. Every 7 days, I want to give you an update of how much I've actually spent and what actual work I've done, so you guys can see the actual reality of what I'm doing. So, anyways, that's how I'm going to stay organized. Let's take off. Let's go to that appointment. Let's see if we can get another 2 contracts. Let's go get it. What is up, everybody? We are going to get a contract right now. Feeling very confident about this appointment. She's got 2 properties she would like to sell. One of them, she said, has a judgment against it or a clouded title. But I think we can clean that up. I think that will be money in my bank account before the end of the 40 days. The other one has potential litigation situations against a family member of hers. So I'm not going to be able to share any of this conversation because there's some major private things that I'm sure she does not want to talk about. And I'm sure there's legal purposes as well why I'm not going to be sharing it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go get these contracts, and we could have 5 contracts in 5 days. Let's do it. Yeah, so one of the number one things that I usually do before I go on an appointment is I'll quickly pull rough comps and try and figure out what the house is worth once it's fixed up. I have no clue. And I'm an idiot. So now I'm negotiating pretty blind. Which, for a lot of you, that might actually be the case. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but the goal is to get it as low as I can. And I would imagine the houses in this neighborhood are worth like 200 to 300, but that's a big old range. That's a big old range, and I imagine I don't know how many bedrooms and bathrooms they have either. This is going to be an interesting thing. I might take a second and look them up on Zillow while I'm in front of her, just on my phone. And just try and get an idea what Zillow says and try and get it for half of what Zillow says it's worth. We'll see if I can get it that low. Probably won't, but I'll get it close, or try to get it as close to that as I can, and we'll see if I can make money. Hey guys, just got out of the appointment and went well. Built a really good relationship with her. She was a sweetie, and sorry I couldn't record it. Too much personal information, family issues, lawsuits with her family. So I didn't want to even ask her. I knew the answer. So, and I wouldn't want it if I was her as well. So we didn't even record it. But we are going to drive by the house that we are going to buy. I didn't get the contract. We will get the contract tomorrow. So we're going to go drive by the house right now. She talked $140 for the house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I have no idea what it's worth. I hope it's worth about $250. So fixed up. It's gonna need a full remodel, gut job from the sounds of it. So we'll go drive by it and see what we think. That's definitely a property I tagged. So that's her rental. There we go, guys. Driving for dollars works. Yeah, so I went there not knowing what the house was worth at all, and just tried to figure out what it was worth. What she wanted to walk away with is how I negotiated it, and she's like, well, if I get 40, I owe like $100,000. If I could get 40, I'd be happy. And I'm like, so if I agree to that, and I told you I'd pay 40 now, would you sign? And she said, I was like, would you put that on paper with me? And she's like, well, I didn't know you wanted to sign already today. And she got really nervous. And I was like, well, I can step out to my car and give you some time to talk to your son. And that's what she wanted to do, is talk to her son. He's like, well, I got to take her into work at 3, which was in a few minutes. And I don't know. Normally I try and pressure, but I didn't want to pressure. I built a really good relationship with her. I really felt like she did want to talk it over with her son, because he's the one that provides for them financially. He's 24. So I just gave her the paperwork and said, well, here's the paperwork. Talk to your son. I was like, I need to do research on the property as well, which is true. So let's meet up again tomorrow and decide what we want to do. So we got, we came down here and drove by it and looked at it. I don't know for sure what the property is worth. I did the math. That's a problem, is I don't really know what it's worth fixed up. I just looked at it on Zillow. If it's worth $230, I'm gonna make, if I paid $140 and assigned it, I could probably make, maybe, I'm thinking $20,000 assigning the purchase contract to a flipper and letting the flipper make $20,000 or $30,000 or so. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get this contract tomorrow. We'll see if I have equity. I got to pull comps on it tonight the best I can through Zillow. I hate Zillow comps. They're not as accurate as MLS. I can't fine tooth it as well. But I'll probably call my agent on this one as well. So anyways, hope you guys are enjoying. We're going to go do some driving for dollars. So we're going to add a couple hundred more properties today and get back on the dialer this evening. Kind of monotonous at this point, right? Just the grind. So here we go. Kind of funny, you can make this kind of money driving around.
Ahora, si me dan 250,000 pesos por la casa, sí.
Pesos or dollars? Gracias, mas é mucho pela casa.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Most people, they get comfortable enough and they won't put in those extra hours. They won't go spend the weekends driving. I want to sit on the couch and watch a movie because I had set a goal of 40 grand in 40 days, and I think I just tripled that in the first week. And I feel like, some of the pressure's off and I have this desire and I want to sit down, but I want to show you guys what's possible. And I've committed to really pushing hard for 40 days. I'm going to mix in a little bit of fun, but it's going to be planned and structured fun. Now, I don't feel like dialing, so I'm going to watch a movie, right? I'm going to avoid doing things like that. I might plan an evening to go fishing or do an activity, a more, very structured and planned activity that I've earned, right? Because I've followed through with what I had set as a goal and a structure for my week. But just because I don't feel like doing something like dialing doesn't mean I shouldn't be dialing. So anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. I was just thinking how nice it would be just to go watch a movie right now, when that's really not what I've committed to do for these next 40 days. So I assume many of you guys have felt that same thing. You got to keep pushing through. You got to remember that other people depend on you. Make it about someone else more so than about you. And it's going to be a lot easier to push through the tendencies to not work, even though you don't feel like it.
Speaking.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a little out of the blue, I know. I was just wondering if you thought of selling or if you'd consider an offer on it.
Never.
No?
Never.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good night. Don't forget to hit the like button, right? I'm putting in a ton of effort, right? Here's my sob story. I'm working tooth and nail. I'm blood, sweat, and tears for you guys to learn and grow. So please hit the like button, share it if you would as well. And then also remember, my favorite comment in each video is going to be entered to win my DFD Mastery program, my full program that teaches you exactly how I'm doing what I'm doing and also gives you direct access to me as a coach. So you can duplicate the kinds of things that I'm doing here, okay? Well, anyways, thank you so much for following along. We will see you on day 6.